Hey guys, this is Travis with TechRaptor. I'm with Nate from IDW Games. We're going to be taking a look at Godfather: A New Dawn that's debuting at Gen Con.
All right.
So Nate, tell us about the game.
Absolutely. So Godfather: A New Dawn is our second Godfather game. The first being Godfather: An Offer You Can't Refuse, which was a great party-style game. This one's more serious for gamers. It's a 3 to 6 player area control game.
Okay.
In which you'll be fighting over the different boroughs of New York. So if you're looking at the board, it's separated into 6 different areas controlled by dice, right? So you've got the 1 district, the 2 district, etc.
Okay.
Each player has their own set of dice and their own set of soldiers that they're going to deploy based off what they roll on the dice. Each round, you start by rolling the dice and determining what you're going to use to send your soldiers out to the board.
Okay.
It's really simple. There's a couple cool things that make it way beyond that. First, each round starts with one player being the Godfather, and that's determined by, at first we determine it by luck on the first round, and then after that you'll spend points to become the Godfather in the future.
Okay.
But what happens when you're the Godfather is other players make you an offer of one of their dice. So they'll, from behind their player screen, so you secretly don't know what they have, they'll hand you one die and they'll say, here you go, Godfather, here's my offering to you. Then as the Godfather, you can either choose to accept the die they've given you, or you can say, you know what, I can't really use a 1, I need a 6. So you can make them an offer you can't refuse.
All right.
All right, there we go. Had to work that in.
Yep.
And if they have that die, they have to give it to you. So the Godfather has that power, but it changes throughout the game as you spend points on different things. So if we look at the board, you know, you can send your soldiers out to the different areas if you have the right die combinations to do so. Or if you have some leftover dice, you can send a soldier out to Vegas to do a little gambling. Or you can spend points to move yourself up the muscle track, which determines who's going to be the Godfather and also determines who whacks who should you both be in the same neighborhood.
Okay.
If I'm higher in the muscle, I can send your guy to sleep with the fishes. So it's by Jay Cormier and Senfung Lim. It's debuting at the show. It's my favorite area control game right now. Godfather's a huge passion of mine. It's my favorite film trilogy. I'm actually the designer of our first game.
Right on.
But this one, much like the trilogy, Godfather 2 is the one to get if you're going to get one. So absolutely incredible, super fun. I think that.
What's the playtime?
It's about 45 to 60 minutes depending on player count.
Okay.
Right now we're looking at the board. This is the 3 to 4 player setup. If there were 5 or 6 of us, I would actually flip this board over, and there's more territories to fight over.
Okay. So 3 to 6 players?
3 to 6, absolutely. Yeah, I'm real happy with that. It's tough to find a 6-player game that's not a party game, so I was real happy they came in and were able to make it work. The double-sided board's a great future. The artist, Ron Salas, did a great job killing it with this.
So if you control an area, say
right.
I'm assuming this is 3 6s you need to move
Yep.
into this particular.
Exactly.
Am I able to move my troops in there? How do we contest that zone?
So the way you would do that, if you wanted to contest the zone, you would need to be higher than me. You would need to spend dice
Okay.
to move higher than me on the muscle track, and then also turn in the 3 6s.
Okay.
If you do so, you send my guy to sleep with the fishes. But what happens, it's not completely screw over take that. What happens instead, when a guy is eliminated from the board, or when you give a die to the Godfather, you get a favor in return. So you send one of your troops here, and they can do different things that augment play. So they can allow you to reroll dice if you spend them, or to modify a die by 1 number. This is a great way to do a lot of your strategy, which is moving to adjacent neighborhoods. It's a lot easier to roll 2 4s than it is to roll 4 4s in a turn.
Right.
But if you have this favor, you can spend it to send your soldier into that. So it's actually a victory point game.
Okay.
So once one territory is completely full, we end the game and we score out. And scoring is determined by who has the most soldiers in any one region. So first, second, third place.
Got it.
You know, and then it escalates, which gives you kind of a different way to pursue strategy. So the 1 region is worth less than the 2, which is worth less than the 3. So you find that there's a lot more competition in the 6th zone, but maybe you want to try and slyly pick up a couple cheaper zones instead. A lot of different ways to play, a lot of different ways to attack it.
And so when your soldiers are sent to sleep with the fishes, that gives you a chance to use them for favor later without having to spend a die?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah, so it eliminates a runaway leader problem with, and it eliminates dead dice. The worst thing you can have is a bad die roll in a dice game. In this, there's no such thing as a bad die roll because you just deploy your dice to different things. I send my guys to Vegas, I send them to Muscle, pick up some favors. It's all mitigated. So even though the main mechanic is dice, there's very little luck to the game.
And then your opponent has to consider whether or not they want to give you that favor for free.
Exactly.
By booting you out of the
Yep.
territory.
Yeah, that's a big thing. So the 6 especially, it's so contentious, it's worth the most points. And when you boot someone out, you give them the choose any ability favor. 6 is the most powerful favor as well. So it's balanced in that way. I could got a little stuck there. Yep. I could rave about the game all day. It's a heck of a lot of fun. It's been great to work on. So first what we're going to do is start the round with a roll of the Vegas dice. So we roll these, and of course we whiffed out because we're on camera. So players who had bet on different numbers would receive those dice. So if someone had a soldier on 1, they would be getting 2 extra dice for the turn. The 5 would get 1 extra dice. However, we all missed. Those will stay. Our soldiers will stay until that number hits. So we're just going to press our bet, essentially. Okay, so now we all roll our dice behind our player screen. And then what you're going to do is take a look at your kind of board state, where you want to attack, what you've rolled, and then with that information, take one of your dice and place it in front of your screen. That's going to be your offering to the Godfather this round. So Rutledge over here is the Godfather because he's highest up on our muscle track. That's how we determine that. For now. So, all right. So now, Rutledge, one at a time, you're going to look at each die that's been offered to you. You'll decide whether you want to accept the offering or make an offer you can't refuse for a different number. The risk there is if the player does not have that number, you receive nothing. So it's a 4 or a gamble up first for you. And then once again, we'll be doing that, and then you'll have a 3 over here. So we'll do it one at a time.
So I do it with each player?
Each player, one at a time. You get to make that choice.
Take that, or
no, you're going to receive all 3 of these dice, and you're going to make this offer 3 times. So you can look and say, I'll take a different number. Then you'll come to me with the same thing. Either accept the 4 or take a different number, and then you'll go to our man over here with the camera.
It's a good 4. I have nothing but respect.
All right, so he accepts the 4. You take one of your soldiers. You place it on the 4 spot. So you've received a favor for making the Godfather happy, essentially. So now that 4 is probably going to go with the other 4s. Yep. All right, so you take that.
You two battle it out.
There you go. And I also will place a soldier in the 4. And then do you want a 3? Seems like a weak offering when we just gave you 4s.
He probably rolled a 6, so.
Let's trade it out.
Okay. So now you ask for a specific number.
How about a 6?
All right. And then you'll place you'll take your 3 back and you'll place a soldier in the 6, which is nice because the 6 grants you any ability you want on your turn. All right, so now I'll reveal the dice that those of us that are not the Godfather right now can re-roll any dice we so choose.
Okay.
You don't have to. In fact, I won't be doing that. But if you want to re-roll, you get 1 free re-roll.
Yeah, and I like my dice here too.
Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, all right. So, and then you'll just lift your screen. Okay, so, all right, and then you've got these to spend as well. So now what you'll do as the Godfather, you have a little less option than us because you have more dice. So all you can do on your turn is claim neighborhoods. And to claim that neighborhood, you'll turn in your blue dice are also in play. So you'll turn in corresponding dice.
So corresponding.
Yeah, exactly. So you could turn in those 2 4s to claim that. You could add that. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. You have a 3 4 5. This spot right here means a run with a 4 in it. So you could turn those in to claim that as well. And then the 2, 3, and 6, there's not going to be a spot for you to purchase anything with that. 3 is available in Vegas, so maybe you send a troop out to Vegas so that on a future turn, you could win the Vegas dice, as we saw, if that happens. It was 3, you're blue, yeah. It's 1 guy per die.
Okay. So once you claim that spot, that's yours.
That's yours until you come off,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
All right, so that's it. The 6 is not going to be useful to you, so you'll stop your turn there, and then you'll go ahead and claim what you claim with your 4.
I'm going to take my 2 6s. I want that valuable
6 real estate, absolutely.
6, yeah. Stake my claim there. Then I've got 2 3s left. What can I do with my 2 3s?
There's a 2 3 spot open here. Or, if you want, you could actually bump him out because you're higher on the muscle track.
All right.
So you could claim this unoccupied 3s, or send him to sleep with the fishes.
No, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
So you'll put him in the 3 spot, which is,
son.
again, that's my favorite move because the 3 is the most strategic in how you move your troops around. So when it gets to you, you'll use that favor and hopefully to screw him over.
Yeah,
that's
so even if you get bumped off the board,
you're
getting bumped off the board is giving you options.
Exactly,
That's awesome.
exactly.
I like that a
So,
lot.
all right. So what I want to do is, unfortunately, okay. So let's do this. The muscle track works in that you need to be in front of the guy you're going to muscle.
All right.
So I want to get in front of blue. So I'm going to spend my 3 die to move in front of him, which coincidentally, currently, if the round ends like this, I will be the Godfather next round now. I'm also higher than him on the muscle track. I want to get into the valuable 6 game. So I bump his guy out, place him in the 6 river, and I now control that territory. So getting in the mix, and then now you would take your turn.
All right. So with these runs here.
Right.
So does that
Anywhere in that, yeah,
so
exactly.
I can do, like my 2, 3, 4.
Exactly, yes.
Stick a guy up in there.
Right.
And
Now you've got 6. You could actually become the Godfather if you want. A single, because the 6 is occupied.
spin that.
So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You slide up, and then that ends the round. So then to reset for the next round, all we would do is slide the muscle down, and then slide the current Godfather to 3.
Okay.
So essentially the rest of us are in 0, but that order does count where you are. I'm still ahead of you muscle-wise if I'm in there, even though it's 0 points.
So how many
technically.
rounds will we play for a full game?
It's going to end when one region is fully taken over.
Okay.
So there's not a round limit as much as there's just a space on the board limit. Right now we're a territory away from ending the game, or 2 territories in the 4 space.
Got it.
So depending on where you think you are on your turn, you might feel your head, so you cash in all your favors, make a hard go at ending the game right there.
Nate, thanks for showing us the Godfather A New Dawn. It
Absolutely.
looks awesome. I love area control games,
Yeah,
especially
I know.
with like this kind of theme.
Yeah.
So you said it's debuting here at the con. When can people that couldn't make it to Gen Con get their hands on
I'd
it?
expect it in stores September 1st.
September 1st.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
Keep an eye out for it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cool.
Awesome.